Hey guys, so this week we were treated to two episodes of The Bad Batch, Episode 6, Infiltration, and Episode 7, Extraction. So without further ado, I'm just going to dive right into my thoughts about these episodes. Just so you know, full spoilers ahead. So, if you haven't seen these yet, I'm going to talk about Extraction, and then I'll talk a little bit about Infiltration. So if you've only seen that first episode, feel free to watch until I start the next episode and then turn it off, go watch the next episode and then come back if you want, or just, watch them both. Yeah, so Infiltration. These were a packed couple of episodes. I don't mean just in terms of action, although that certainly was there, but packed in terms of how many characters returned as well. We open with, of course, Rex and his troopers on a mission to guard a meeting between Senators Singh and Chuchi, is that her name? Discussing their common ground. After being enemies during the Clone Wars, they now have a reason to unite against the Empire, which threatens them both. I like this. I like seeing that even this early on, the rebellion is maybe starting to form, or maybe not fully the rebellion as we know it, but, like the seeds of to the various cells that will lead to the eventual rebellion we do know. This meeting is, of course, interrupted by a shadow operative clone. We saw this guy in the trailer, or one of them, and I know there was a lot of speculation as to who he was. Some people thinking he was a resurrected tech or a cloned tech or something, or just a strange clone. Well, now we know who he is. Hemlock has been erasing and brainwashing these clones into becoming extra dedicated soldiers who will go to any lengths to get their job done. That's interesting. I wonder how many of them there are, how many of them we're going to have to fight this season. So they capture this clone, and discover someone else is on the hit list besides the Senator. I do have a bit of a nitpick here. They don't show the whole figure of Omega at that point like it's supposed to be a mystery, but we all know who it's going to be. We know that what this show is about, what this season is about. It's minor, but I do feel like it's often a trope to try to make a surprise reveal out of something that really isn't. It's just like an obvious part of the show, but then again, framing it the way they did allowed us to see Rex's reaction, so maybe that's what they were going for more, not trying to keep us in the dark, but like just focus on Rex's reaction and stuff. Um, Rex, of course, does contact the Bad Batch, who come both so that they can be warned about Omega and so that they can actually question Crosshair a little bit. Hauser particularly believing that he knows more than he's saying. When they get there, it turns out they were maybe kind of right. Crosshair is able to give them information about the Shadow Operatives, as well as admitting that they tried to turn him into one of them. Is not his reason for it not working? He's being defective. That works. I wonder if it had something. If the experimentation had something to do with why his hand was trembling. We still haven't gotten a full answer for that. Maybe the brainwashing affected him mentally. It's possible. I don't know if we will get a full explanation, but if not, then that works. So, the operative they've captured still has some sort of tracking they can't detect, and another operative comes after him, which leads to a really well put together battle scene. The hideout being blown up, and the cliffhanger with Wolf and his troops also being sent after them. So, the operative they've captured still has some sort of tracking they can't detect, and another operative comes after him, which leads to a really pretty well put together battle scene. The hideout is blown up, and the cliffhanger with Wolf happens. Wolf and his troopers being sent after them. And I have to say here, I am so glad these episodes were released together. When episode 6 ended, I was kind of shocked. It didn't feel like 25 minutes had passed. I was just having a good time with it. It went by so fast. It almost felt like a weird ending, like it just stopped in the middle of the action. I almost feel like this could have been a 150-minute episode instead of two, 25-minute episodes, but I guess they wanted to keep it in that 20 to 25-minute range, which makes sense. So yeah, Extraction picks up exactly where the last one left off. The Bad Batch, Rex, and Hauser escape through a tunnel. Wolf arrives and has a bit of a confrontation with the operative. I think this may be the first sign where he starts to feel a little bit uncomfortable, but still, wants to continue the mission. He's still under the Empire, thinks he's doing good by following the Empire's orders. He's a soldier, and then begins the chase. The operative goes rogue. Wolf tries to cut them off, but they pull a Batman and throw some gas bombs. Then we basically have a bit of a standoff and a chase as the team try to get to a point where Echo can extract them, as the title of the episode says. Crosshair has again, another really well done fight with the operative. I feel like here the operative may also kind of represent Crosshair still dealing with his past. It tells Crosshair, you could have been one of us, but you chose the wrong side. I think it kind of cements to him and to the others just how far he has come, how he is not loyal to the Empire anymore. He no longer has any loyalty. He's crossed to the light side, so to speak. After Crosshair is almost killed and rescued by Rex just in time, the team reaches the extraction point and they hear a ship, but it is not Echo. It is Wolf. It was surprised to see Rex, and after Rex talks to him a little bit, points out, you're going after a child. Do you really want to serve the Empire? Are you sure the Empire are the good guys here? And he lets them go. Seems he's starting to question things. First the operator, and then, like I said, Rex pointing out to him, you're going after a child. Is this really a good thing? And then he lets them go. But yeah, I'm curious to see where his character goes from here. I mean, we know where he ends up because of Rebels, when he's hanging out with Rex and who's the other clone he's hanging out with? Is it Gregor? I think it's Gregor. Rex and Gregor out on that desert planet where the Rebels find them. But I'm curious to see how they get from here to there. Does Wolf end up joining him now? Does he end up joining him then? It'll be interesting to see if we see this. So yeah, they get away. The operative is revealed to still be alive, so he can return for a future confrontation. So there were a lot of great moments in these episodes. I really enjoyed them. The pacing is fantastic. The lighting and production design really continue to aid in this show's overall tone. A little more serious, a little more gritty. I love it. There were a lot of great moments, but I do want to single out that one moment where Crosshair is questioning Omega, like, do you have your weapon? Are you sure you can carry those supplies on your back? And she just turns to him and says, you're worse than Hunter. And he responds, oh, I'm far worse. I think this not only serves to show Hauser and Rex how far Crosshair has come, but it's also just a nice little moment for the audience, showing that, yeah, he does care, and he's going to continue to protect her along with the rest of the batch. He's concerned for her. Of course, this could all be leading to a tragic ending for him, but I hope not. Can we just have a happy ending where everyone lives? Probably not. But one can hope. So yeah, in my opinion, this season is just killing it for me. These episodes are just getting so good. The first 4 were excellent. The 5th one was good. These 2 were excellent. I'm excited to see where this series goes next. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll talk to you next week for my review of episode 8. Whatever that is. And I have the title list in front of me. But I'll see you then. Goodbye.